Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going behind the scenes on the live stream. It's my second time doing this little video introduction, so people who are watching live, they get to go through this twice. The more the merrier, I suppose. That applies to doing takes for videos as well. So here you can see mostly talking about what videos there will be this year. There's the new series that I want to launch. There are continuations of series that I had some success with last year, and there are going to be some standalone videos that I'll get to later. After I talk about the videos that are going to be introduced in 2024, what games I'm going to be playing this year, or at least what games I hope to play. So, and then some other topics. From watching a lot of other videos recently, there are some things that I kind of want to tease, give some opinions on, but I will make sure to bring them up in later videos if I haven't already talked to people about them in their comments section. So I'll get to the new series later. Right now you can see that there are the continuations of certain series. The seasonal games, that one did fairly well. And even if it only had like 50 viewers, it's still an idea that I really like. For one thing, it gets me playing a lot of games, different games throughout the year. And I can open my little tab here and let you know what some of those games are going to be. If you missed the winter one that I launched with at the end of last year, I had Snowboard Kids 2, Wayne Gretzky 64, Skyrim, Frostpunk, and Minecraft. And what I'm thinking, for spring, I only have one locked-in game, but I can give you a little idea of what games I'd like to try and see if they work. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. You've probably seen that, thought it was like a meme game somewhere. I have no clue how it's going to play. Bio. Yeah, streaming now, trying it anyway. The reason why I'm doing my first stream with the behind the scenes video is it's kind of like a throwaway thing. I can just work out some of the kinks, feel it out, and then I see my chat's not even appearing on the stream window. Watching me and Brian at the same time. Hey, there you go. I'm gonna be chatter in your ear the whole time. Teddy's here too, but you can't see Teddy chatting because I have the wrong stream window open. I have like the wrong instance of the chat open. So sorry about that. That's something that I'll figure out next time. So yeah, if I do live streams in the future, and I may as well put that there as a new series, live streams, but it'll be gaming. So yeah, when I do live streams and I'll be gaming, I don't know when, because free time is hard to come by. Big chunks of free time are hard to come by. But like I said, I'm working out all the kinks with this first trial. A behind the scenes video. I mean, this is as behind the scenes as it gets. It's a mess. Anyways, I was in the middle of talking about some games that I'm teasing for the seasonal games list and some of the things that I want to play. Actually, so I can start updating the new games that I want to play this year. So let me open that up. I've got Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. We'll see if it's a good game. Does it fit for spring or summer? I have no clue. We have Okami. Boy, I mean, Okami came out when I was in high school, I think. And I've known it's a gorgeous game. One of my friends said it was one of his favorite games back in high school as well. I'm finally going to get around to playing it, I hope. My summer games list, I'm a little more sure of. That's a game that I've played before. This is a puzzle game, an environmental puzzle game that I've never played before, Outer Wilds. And then I think this is a silly platformer or puzzle game, Time on Frog Island. It sounds like a really joke game, but I think it actually is going to be pretty decent. I can't remember what kind of gameplay it is. And then I may as well mention one of the autumn games that I want to play, The Shrouded Isle. So just a few games right now. Autumn is going to be filled with a lot of horror games as well. And I've got tons of those because I didn't get around to making my horror games video list last year. I don't think I played any of them in October or September. I'm going to do a better job of that. Summer, it looks like I've got 3 games locked in that I've already played before. Not going to say what any of those are. And then, yeah, I've already got a potential game for winter. We'll see. Okami is pretty cool from what I played. Very dialogue heavy, though. Really? Dialogue heavy? Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay. Probably a nice way to balance it out, though, because from what I would gather... Oh, hello, Miss Mandia. Hello, what a fun stream idea. It's This is stream 0 for sure. Stream 0 to just figure everything out. Nice of people to actually drop in. Wow, I thought I was going to have 0. So this is pleasant that everyone's coming. But yeah, Okami, my thoughts on it. Having heavy dialogue is not necessarily a bad idea from what I know about the gameplay. Because it is really tactile, kinetic gameplay, right? I don't know. Tires people out, maybe. Where are we at right now? Oh my god, Mochino. And there's Teddy again. Okami, great game for the pup. Oh, I can make a good thumbnail with that one for sure. I have a little heart emoji covering Mochino's comment. Can't wait to see more horror content for Halloween. Yes, I know. Maybe Luigi's Mansion 3? Finally play that? Okay, where are we at over here? I wish the people watching the stream later would be able to see the live chat. This is a real shame that I didn't get the right live chat window set up, but works in progress, everybody. Works in progress. Nice at least that everyone's here, and that's why I'll be reading the comments out loud. So yeah, seasonal games. I think I'm done with that. Mainline series rankings, Zelda and Mario. Zelda is the one that I'm working on first, because at the end of last year I said, stay tuned for early 2024 for ranking Zelda. I haven't started any of the games yet, honestly. So I'll get to that at some point. Ooh, standalones. I want to talk about other games right now and why I haven't started playing any Zelda games yet. Actually, I have. OBS screen capture, archived it, and edit it later. Thank you. Okay, interesting. Man, you are a pro. Thank you, Teddy. Standalones. Okay. This is another reason why I'm live streaming this. I get to ask for immediate feedback. Live feedback. This is priceless. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this kind of Q&A and public discourse going on for their products. So more game reviews? Question mark. You wanted to ask, is the game Antichamber a good stream game? Oh, for sure. It's first of all, it's really trippy. Hopefully nobody has epilepsy in your stream. But yeah, watching somebody play Antichamber, it's one that you could watch the streamer do, and you can just kind of observe and admire their playthrough of a crazy trippy puzzle game. But it's also slow enough that somebody in the stream could be watching it and trying to figure out the puzzles for themselves. A lot of it is kind of you're presented with one screen, and like an environmental puzzle game, it's like, okay, I see there's something to the left. I see the screen has a certain hieroglyphic or a certain graphic on it. So they could let you solve it, or they could try to solve it on their own while they're watching you. It's a good stream game, for sure. Good question. Wow, I get to say that for the first time ever. Good question. Okay, more game reviews. This is where I get to ask people, what do you want to see on my channel? I have potentially 100 video ideas for the year if I include video game replays. I will tell everybody, I just beat co-op WarioWare Get It Together on the Switch. I was at GameStop, quickly pulled out my phone when I saw that there were 2 WarioWare games on sale. And it was Move It and Get It Together. And I just quickly got the one that had the highest rating, at least like a Google rating or something. It was Get It Together. It's my first WarioWare game ever, and it was so much fun. Like I said, played it co-op, did the storyline co-op. And because it was so surprising, because it's my first WarioWare game, I think I'm inclined to do a review on it. Like I said last year, I want to review games that I find good, that I want to recommend to people. Oh, Alex will be delighted to hear that. Yeah, and Bio, you heard about Antichamber from me. Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, so because I never played a WarioWare game before, I'm just taking it all in for the first time. Oh man, different characters have different abilities. You're solving the puzzles, the mini games in different ways. Minor variations sometimes, but major variations other times, right? If you have the girl on the witch's broom, Ashley, she flies wherever she wants, compared to one of the robots who only goes across the screen on the bottom. So I loved it. And then I'm reading some people's reviews about Get It Together, and people don't like that. Apparently, it's the gimmick for this iteration of WarioWare, and not everybody likes that the characters play differently. Now I can't even imagine playing a WarioWare game and the characters all play the same. But anyway, I'll probably do a review of it. One of the reasons why I have to ask you guys, though, yeah, I'm going to put WarioWare here. Wario where, I think it's with the capital W like that. Get it together. I would keep your current annual review pace. Right, it's not like I'm doing a crazy amount of games reviewed per year. I basically do one every other month, something like that. Yeah, WarioWare, get it together. The other reason why I bring it up here is I don't want to get redundant with the games that I recommend. I feel like that's a problem of mine on my channel. The next game that I beat, yeah, I've already beaten 3 games to start the new year. They're short, but whatever. The other game that I beat is called, oh wait, what am I doing typing it there? No, I'll tell you guys in a bit. Standalone video idea. Co-op games recommendations. I might do 1 video, I might do 2 videos. The next game that I beat after WarioWare is called Degrees of Separation. So it's one that I found on the Switch store. It's another environmental puzzle game. I'm going to be talking about those a lot, I think. And it's so cool with its ingenious mechanics. You play one character representing winter or autumn, and then your co-op partner plays the other character, and you combine your powers to change the season on screen. So if I'm playing as the winter boy, and I've got somebody else beside me playing as the fiery autumn girl, when I activate my powers, I could freeze the screen. And water that the autumn girl can swim through suddenly becomes frozen over, and I, as the winter boy, can walk over it. It's a really cool game. Couch co-op. I think I have enough games to do couch co-op. You could divide the video into 2. Yeah, a lot of ideas there. It's one I'll probably keep on cooking. You know, I might just do both. Hey, Terry. Hello, man. Wonder what time it is over there. Terry, it's 8 p.m. my time plus 6 hours for you, I think. Welcome. Miss Mandia, co-op recommendations video would be great. You know what? After I left the comment on your video, I thought, you know what? That's somebody who would probably like a co-op games recommendation video. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do the WarioWare game review because I really want to talk about it, and I don't want to wait until the end of the year when I do my my games beaten 2024. And I'm going to scrounge together 3 more co-op games for 5 at a time. So this will actually probably be a new series. I'm going to move it up here. I think it's going to be a new series of videos. Co-op games recommendations. Yeah. Hey, this is fun doing this with a chat. Wow. I'm enjoying this. Hope you guys are enjoying it too. Let me check some notes that I had for myself. Oh no, those are the other video ideas. Ooh, standalone video idea. So let me put for the continuations, of course, we have food for thought. And I've got a really interesting idea here after watching a video on BioBlame's channel. Okay, Bio, B-I-O, Blame, B-L-A-M-E. Terry, I think you actually linked that video, and that's where I watched it. And it was a little bit of a rant on his part about kind of modern gaming practices, modern company practices. Are we just so obsessed with consumerism that we're ignoring a lot of bad practices and we're in fact enabling it? You know, Nintendo comes to mind for a lot of people when you talk about something like that. Nintendo's lowering the quality of their games. Nintendo's not polishing their games enough upon release. And we're still there spending whatever our currency is, $70, $80, $90. I think, was Tears of the Kingdom 90 Canadian? I think it was 90 Canadian. It was a little ridiculous, but I got my money's worth. But are these things that should stop us from playing the games, slow down from playing the games, or we say, no, it's worth it, it's justified? And that's just one example. So what I'm kind of thinking here, I will just copy paste my idea. Whoa, that's an ugly formatting for it. Let me fix that, guys. Remove the highlight, no highlight, change the font color to black. Whatever, it's a different text. So my idea for the food for thought video that I want to release right away, I'll probably record it this weekend. Do modern save systems ruin games? Or did I condition myself with save states? Okay, it's a little bit of a stretch how I go from talking about BioBlame's video to this. And you know what? in the moment right now. I'm not going to be able to think of my logic and how I came to this. But yeah, I was just thinking about some of the games that I want to play and doing more games on stream as well. And I admit it, when I'm on emulator, I use save states. And am I getting the right experience or not? One thing that I worry that save states have conditioned me to do is, for example, when I play a Tears of the Kingdom, I'm making a save. I've got all my inventory. I've got all my food and my elixirs and my potions and all of that stuff. I might go do a battle. And if I feel like I didn't spend my resources properly, I'm inclined to reload my save. Anyways, that's an idea I'm going to keep on cooking. There it is. I'm sorry that I forget how it relates to BioBlame's video. I completely went off on a tangent there, but I was supposed to bring it back together. So yeah, food for thought video. I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to try to get that out by the end of the weekend. That would be a fun one. And hey, if anyone wants to do a similar idea, go ahead. I'm sharing my ideas for the world right here. More standalone videos. Sure, I've got standalone videos. I'll quickly glance through my phone where I keep all of my my documents here, all of my ideas. Oh boy, I'm just going to read a few out. I've got a bunch of short series, things that were kind of meant to interact with people, except let me tell you guys something. I've got so many ideas for doing shorts that are meant to bring up engagement, both on YouTube in the comment section and also in real life. So I was thinking, one of my friends who I reconnected with, he's got a couple of successful YouTube channels. He's always been into videography and production and stuff like that. I thought it would be fun to go out with him, go out into the wild, go to something like an Anime North or whatever. I've never been before, but go put myself out there. And he comes along with his camera. I got the microphone, and I would be introducing some new video ideas. I watch some sport channels on YouTube. I watch some other types of channels, whether they're political or scientific, whatever it may be. I've got a lot of interests. But the sport channels in particular, some of them do this really fun stuff where they're on the street and they got the microphone, they bring a couple of them in, and they just play games with the audience and they reward them with money. So I wanted to do something like that, copying the idea. Let's say I got one person and it's me versus that person. We're going to go back and forth taking turns, going through the alphabet, and naming a character from a video game series with every letter of the alphabet to start their name. Like you could do it for Pokemon, right? I'm going to go first. A, Articuno. Then it's their turn. B, Blastoise. Comes back to me. C, Charizard. Their turn. D, Dratini. You go back and forth, and if they beat me, they get $10. So I've got a lot of ideas for viral content. It is just so out there and so different than anything that I've ever done. I would really have to be in a, I don't know, I'd have to be in a different state of mind to like get dressed, get my shoes on, go out and get ready to talk to a bunch of nerds. We'll see. Let me catch up on the chat here a little bit. Yeah, what was the name of the video? So save states can be handy for sure. Bio, no shame in that. They help save time so you're not having to watch a game over. Yeah, that's what it is with save states, really. It's like, if it's a game that I want to get lost in, if it's a game that I don't mind spending dozens of hours in, I'll take the challenge on. Sure. Like, kill me a few times. Make me waste my items. Make me go farm them again. That's fine with me. But I've got a little bit of the stupid YouTuber brainworm now. It's kind of infected me a little bit, where I can't help but think of how many games can I beat? Can I just beat this game to move on to the next one? Actually, you know what? That's not just a YouTuber thing. It's not just a creator thing. Anybody with a backlog might think of that from time to time. You know, if you're playing a game that you don't really like, you don't want to spend hours 20 to 30 or 20 to 40 on it if you could just quickly beat it. It's amazing how much video games waste people's times. Good timing with me reading that comment. When there are games out there that solve the time waste, those videos, I've seen them before. Yeah. What I'm describing is just a little trendy thing. I think they're fun when they're done well. And the example I gave is not necessarily the best example for something that's too engaging. Like the YouTube commenters can't engage on that. But I would have a lot of fun in person with whoever I'm conducting that with. And so I've got other ideas here on my phone of similar types of shorts. little things, a Can You Guess series, make contestants guess things like the best-selling games in a franchise, best-selling games on a console, top console sales, add qualifiers like name them for the decade. Can you say this for what was the best-selling Nintendo 64 game or the top 3 Nintendo 64 games? If you get it, $10 again, whatever. The comments can kind of be filled with a little more interactivity there, people guessing things. Mochino. I think it'd be cool to interact with other people in the community if you end up going out for your videos. I'd look forward to it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, so you're still talking about doing it in person. However, people in the community makes me think of YouTube. And I wonder if any of these ideas can be repurposed to do them with YouTubers virtually. Because not everyone lives in Toronto. I wish that were the case, but we are not all very close to each other. That's a good idea, though. Getting out and maybe trying it online. And then, I've got some other series ideas that have never gotten off the ground. I've got some ideas. You guys would like to see this standalone video. What's this one? What did I call this one? 10 highly unusual games. I've got, my God. These are the games that I've played that are so whacked out. You guys might think from my top 50 and from some of my game reviews, I don't really go off the beaten path and play a lot of weird games. There's some weird stuff that could go on this list. That's why I have it up to 10 already. Like, have any of you heard of the game Siralim? I'm going to type it here. Siralim. Now, it already had a sequel released. This is bizarre. You know those types of games like Dwarf Fortress where you really have to be a type of concentrated player, first of all, to get immersed in the mechanics, and then second of all, to actually progress through the game? Siralim is not a Dwarf Fortress type of game, but it is so strange. It's like the most archaic JRPG, but with just such an expansive mechanics list and spell ability list and monster list. So weird. I'm hyped for the Weird Games video. Sounds like a BioPhoenix video. Angry Canadian. I'm in class at the moment. Have to check the replay later. No problem. Focus on your class, man. Don't worry about this. Bio, I'll be in Toronto this summer. Very cool. So highly unusual games. And I'm going to tease that one because it comes to the top of my mind right now. Check that one out if you guys have time. So bizarre. And I've got a few more written down here. Okay. I got another idea here, putting video game sales and popularity into perspective. I'm going to write it down. Teddy is interested in type of stuff like this. So putting video game sales and popularity into perspective. I don't know why I'm writing it like that. What's another video idea that I want to tease with you guys? Oh, I thought this would be fun. BioPhoenix. Our little comments exchange got me thinking about this. So I'm going to let you know what this one is. This is, what series was Super Smash Bros. Your introduction to? I'm sorry about the slow typing speed. I'm like Lurch right now because I've got a riser for my microphone and I'm trying to bend over it to get to my keyboard. So what series was Super Smash Bros. Your introduction to? For me, off the top of my head, Fire Emblem. In Melee, collecting the trophies, not just collecting the trophies, you get Roy and you get Marth. I had no clue who those characters were. I didn't even know what Fire Emblem was after I got them. So I think that would be a really fun video. Also to encourage people to do video responses too. I'm going to have to go back to Melee. I'm going to have to look at my trophies. Oh, Ice Climbers. I didn't know what Ice Climbers was before Melee. So, that's going to be a fun one. That's a good idea. Cool. Thank you. Que pasa, Nang? I'll look into it. Terry, make an entire retrospective on Que pasa, Nang. We'll see about that one. Any other video ideas that I want to tease with everybody? I'll just do one more for now. Not spend too long on this. I have a bunch of video ideas concerning game music, but it just seems so hard to present music in videos. So far, not to toot my own horn, but the best way that I've seen music presented is how I did it in the Pokemon mainline ranking, where in the awards section, I covered the music and I would give a preamble and then I would play the song. Give another blurb, play the next song. So if I do any kind of video game music series, then I think that's the route I'm going to go. And there's a whole bunch of topics and things you can cover if you're doing music. Majority, you could do a series of Smash videos too, some of your tips, ranking, etc. Okay, well, first of all, I'm not the best Smash player, and I did drop it after beating the single player, if this is what you're talking about. And I also need Switch capture gear, Switch capture hardware, because Smash doesn't let you do the 30-second recordings. And I've been cheap my entire duration of the channel, and I've only been doing 30-second recordings, so that's a good way to do it. You will be safe for most video games, yeah. Okay, but the actual video, the last one that I wanted to tease, because that was a series, was, oh yeah, very simple. Games that I beat before, whatever, the YouTube channel. Tentative title, right? The only reason why I bring this up is for that collection of games that I played but haven't had the chance to talk about since 2022 onward. And I really, really enjoy doing my Games of the Year 2023. I would like to talk about more games in quick instances like that. 3 minutes per game, bam, move on. So we'll see. Look at some of the games that I played before, that I've never mentioned before, that I still want to recommend, but they're not necessarily good enough, or I can't remember enough to do a 10 to 15 minute game review. I will cram them all into that video right there. Games that I beat before the YouTube channel. Elgato Game Capture HD. Okay. Elgato, I've heard of that one before. Yeah. So I think that's it for the videos. I don't know how long I've been. Oh my God, I've been 40 minutes live. So I've been interacting with everybody here for at least 25 minutes. Having fun, like I said. I'm not just saying that. You guys know I don't just say things. I've been enjoying myself over here. Personal fighter ranking. Oh, not objectivist fighter gamer. Getting into Smash, etc. I got you. Man, have you played every Smash Ultimate character? I don't think I've even played like a third of the roster. It's crazy. Okay, so what games will I be playing this year? New games. I wrote those ones there. Those were coming from that's enough video ideas to last 6 years. Or one really dedicated year, or two. But yeah, I know. It seems like a lot for how often I can put things out. It seems like a lot. Okay. Barely haven't touched the DLC. Oh yeah, me neither. That's right. I'm still on like the vanilla version of the game, and I'm not going to get DLC. Music is probably a little bit loud right now. Can we go to the next song? Or I'm going to switch to Final Fantasy X music. Let's just go to next song. Okay. Woo! New games. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Okami. Oh my God, it's picking up in its hype even more. Replays. Well, I'll just get a few out of the way. Replay OOT and MM 3D. Because is there music playing? Yeah, I had it turned down quite a... Oh, you know why you guys haven't been listening to it? Okay. Because my OBS sources. I didn't actually make my YouTube window a source. Wow, so it's just been me talking? I mean, that's not a bad thing, but, well, it just is what it is. Something to fix for next time. So yeah, replay those two Zeldas. I'm going to try the 3D experiences, finally. I'm currently replaying, technically, Link's Awakening, and I'm playing it for the first time on the Switch now. It is a really beautiful game. Yeah, you don't hear any music? That's my bad. I've had the Skyward Sword orchestrated soundtrack playing, but I haven't had a source for it on OBS, so I may as well just pause it. If you guys can't hear it, I don't need to hear it either. I'll fix it for next time. So yeah, I'm replaying Link's Awakening, technically, even though I'm enjoying it for the first time on the Switch. All of those Zelda videos obviously go into me ranking the Zelda games. I've got to play, for the first time, more Zelda titles. So we have, oh God, Seasons, Ages, Between Worlds. What else haven't I played that would actually fit in there? Whatever. It's good enough. Zelda 2. I've talked about that before. Zelda 2. More Mario titles. Actually, is there even a Mario title that I haven't played? I'm pretty much ready to make that series. Oh, I haven't beaten Super Mario 2, so I have to do that. And I'll just put Wonder. Yeah. Wonder's the only one that I can think of right now. So really, really clever of me to put Zelda before Mario when I've played even less Zelda games. Anyways. Okay, what other games this year? Okay, let's get into some big boys. Let's get into some games that are not necessarily for videos, but just games that I've really wanted to play for a long time. Tales of Arise. I've had that on my computer since whenever I bought it on sale. There's also... I have to prioritize because there's like 500 games. Mario is missing? I don't think so, buddy. Good enough just watching people play that. Hotel Mario? Yeah, it falls in the same category. I got to play Cyberpunk at some point. I haven't played a CD Projekt game in a while. I don't want to replay The Witcher. I want to play something new. Cyberpunk is definitely one. Let me quickly, even though you guys can't see it, let me quickly take a look at my Steam list and some of the games that I have installed. I think I just read out a few of them to you. Games that, oh my God. There's a whole chunk of games that I've already started playing. So let me just do in progress. God, there's way too many here, guys, for the in progress games. Heading 3, do that. It's making a nice mess everywhere. I don't like that it makes it gray for some reason. Go black. Whatever. It's good enough. Oh, I wasn't actually supposed to make it big like that. Teehee. My mistake. In progress. Okay. You ready? I'm just going to do a few. There's way too many here. What's it called? Smart. Let me move this window out to the side so I can actually see it. It means I won't be able to see you guys just for a moment. Baba Is You. Puzzle game. Very difficult. Incredibly difficult. Fighting games. We have Battle Fantasia. Soul Calibur. Skullgirls. God, am I ever going to go back to that and beat the game with a few more characters? We'll see. Actually, there's more than that. Street Fighter V. I think that's good enough for now. I don't need more fighting games than that. I'm not good at beating fighting games. I'm sorry. Blasphemous has been waiting there for so long. I got to go back and I got to beat Dead Rising. Yeah, sorry, I've never beaten Dead Rising. My first Disgaea game. Disgaea, whatever you want to call it. FF4. After Years. God, I hate that game so much, but I'm not just going to abandon it. Fury. A little twin stick action game. Oh my God. Remember when I did a short on this one, guys? Colat. The game that's narrated by, God, what's Ned Stark's actor's name? Bean. Something Bean. Oh, whatever. Which Soul Calibur are you thinking? I'm already playing the GameCube one with Link. Soul Calibur 2 for GameCube? 2 or 3? I'll just specify that for you. Gotta wonder what comes next for Zelda after Tears Tissues. Very cute, everybody. Very cute. Dead Rising's tough? I don't remember it being tough. It's been a really long time. The only reason why I didn't beat it is because I borrowed my friend's copy in high school. And even though I treat video games so carefully, other people's video games just as well as my own, he didn't trust me with it for more than a weekend. So I got as far as I could, probably like a couple chapters or episodes worth, a couple bosses, and I had to return it to him. And I never went back to it. But now I have it on PC. I have it on Steam. So those are just some of the games in progress. That list is probably twice as long because I've also got... Oh, here's one that I have on my Steam Deck, and that's actually something that I want to talk about right here. Let me put it for other topics. We're going to go there soon. Steam Deck. We got to talk about Steam Deck a little bit after watching Alex and Spencer talk about it. I just want to chime in with one thing about that. So I'm currently playing FE Sacred Stones. And judging by how long the last Fire Emblem took me, that, like, I don't know how all these games fit together. I have to kind of prioritize these because I have to know what to put in my seasonal games lists. And yet I also want to lock myself in a room and play Tales of Arise. And then I still need free time when I'm basically lobotomized after a long day of work to go back and finish, Blasphemous is kind of at the top of my list for in progress. Same with Sacred Stones because I'm 2 missions in. And I don't want to forget the storyline. I could always look it up, but yeah. Anyways, so there's a lot of games. I would say in an ideal world, new games. Like, let's just do 10 NES games. Let's just throw that out there. Because I'm inspired by guys like Brian who are just whipping through these things like they're nothing. I want to go through some NES games too. Let's throw like 5 Game Boy games on there. Come on. I want to whip through some of those. Oh my God, Teddy's mentioning Dragon Quest now. I still have to start Dragon Quest. 39 hours in Dragon Quest 11, haven't touched it in weeks. Even when the games have the data logs, or however they write them, diaries, journals, adventure logs, whatever they call them, right? Even with those, sometimes it's just not enough. You take a break from the game, you're like, well, okay, I kind of know what's happening presently, but I don't remember what the catalyst was for the story 10 hours ago or 15 hours ago. I don't know. That's a me problem. I got too much on my plate. Brian is playing Ocarina of Time. Oh, that is sick. Good for him. Bio, yeah, I'd like to try and play through a couple more NES games. I know, especially with how easy they are. You know what? And with the NES games, I'm going to put here in replay. This column's looking a little too low. Let's just do my current NES library. Because I was only a little kid, I was only a toddler, I've barely beaten those NES games, if I've beaten them. So I'd like to go back and at least tinker with them a little bit, load up some Game Genie codes, and go from there. Yeah. Okay, I think that covers it for games. I've said that 3 times now. I was recommended a video. I beat over 200 S. Oh my God. I guess if you approach it like it's your full-time job, you could do that. Your social life becomes your Nintendo. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. My social life was Dota for way too long. Wow, 200 NES games. Good for him. Or her. Okay, let's wrap it up with the final topics now. There's a few more that I can bring up here. Let me go into the Steam Deck. You know what? I don't regret having a Steam Deck. But right now, it is basically just like a little country club item. Like, oh, I have a Steam Deck. You don't? What? You didn't want to buy one? You don't want to spend $500+ on one? That's obviously not how I view it, but that's what it feels like because I barely play the thing. And when I do play my Steam Deck, actually, let's see, what have I beaten on it? I've beaten Katamari, which actually handled a lot better on the Steam Deck. I complained about its controls when I played it on PC, but it was really nice on the Steam Deck. So I beat Katamari there. I beat, what's that stupid game I hate? Spelunky. I don't hate it. It's just too hard, too unforgiving. That's about it. And then, so aside from those 2 games, I've basically just been using it as an emulation machine, and at the moment only for Game Boy Advance. So I've been playing Pokemon Pinball, the Ruby and Sapphire version for Game Boy Advance. Really fun on the Steam Deck. That screen looks so good. And Pokemon Pinball is like the perfect handheld pinball game. And then, like I said, I beat Fire Emblem, the first GBA one on there, and I'll probably play Sacred Stones on there. Let's see, Bio, there's a channel I'm sub to where he's trying to beat all the N64 games. Yeah, and there's a speedrunner. I think he's a Super Mario Maker speedrunner. The Beast is his channel name, I think. And he's on an NES challenge as well. Or, sorry, N64 challenge. Majority. People used to do that with the Switch. Terry, they still do. The Ego Trip. Switch is a religion? The Switch is a religion filled with crazed fanatics. The elitism is laughable. Hey, but the Switch is probably the best console. That's a video that I've also thought about doing. Man, like my favorite, even my favorite has gone from the 3DS to the Switch. And I'm not even playing a modded Switch. I'm not even playing a hacked Switch. Just the vanilla Switch, the standalone Switch with its library, and I mean, I like the games. You know, I'm partial to the games. Maybe for most people, the Steam Deck is the perfect console. Actually, maybe to most people, it's PlayStation because, you know, PlayStation's really popular, but whatever. So yeah, my problem with the Steam Deck is I just need to use it more. And it comes back to this. The games that I have to play are so long. Actually, no, it doesn't just come back to this. Sorry, my major gripe with the Steam Deck is why did I buy it other than, like, I thought I would play more games on it, but I didn't know that I would play more games on it. So all of these, like the Tales of Arise and the Cyberpunks, I'm going to play these on my PC. Anyways, that's my problem. That's my money spent. It's not for anyone else to worry about. If anybody is more of a gamer who likes to kick back on the sofa and put their feet up, then yeah, the Steam Deck is worth it. But if you're already so obsessed with the PC setup that you've invested in, it's going to be really tough to switch. There's only going to be some games that you're more inclined to play on the Steam Deck. And maybe it's also a bit of a seasonal thing for me. Like right now, the handheld games that I'm playing are on the Switch. I'm playing WarioWare, like I mentioned. So at some point, if that changes, then it'll be my Steam Deck that I fall asleep with. Woo! All right. The best console is siphoning money out of people. That's the Switch. No, it's not. Drain all the money out of the Nintendo fanatics. They won't question the online paywall. I question it. I'm not a fanatic, I guess. They'll just pay, so we'll increase the price annually. Everyone's increased their prices annually. Doesn't make it right, but that's what's been happening. Mochino, cute name. I buy all my Switch games on sale because of how expensive the games can be. You and I both buy them all on sale. Even if your game cases are a little bit nicked up, at least you're saving the money. And then you put it, you know what? You buy 4 games on sale, you can afford a 5th. Yeah, cheaper than going out. Exactly. Gaming per hour, price per hour for gaming is cheaper than any other hobby. Certainly cheaper than like going to the movies. Okay, so that's one other off-topic thing to talk about. I've got another couple, and I may as well just paste them here. Actually, no, I can't paste them because the formatting's terrible. So support through purchasing and blind consumerism. Terry, wait up. Read this, buddy. Support through purchasing and blind consumerism. So these are 2 different things, but they're related. Let me have a little sip here, ladies and gentlemen. So obviously, if you want companies to succeed, this is also coming off of the BioBlame video, right? Avoid bad practices, be careful what you support. I have been an advocate of you support companies with your wallet. And when I don't like something, and it doesn't matter what realm it's in or what industry, if I don't want to support it, I don't buy that product. If it's something that my parents have been putting in the house for years, for my whole childhood, it doesn't matter. I don't like what they're doing. I'm not going to spend money on it. That's a really obvious thing to me, maybe because I've been doing it for so long. But I've talked to other people when it comes to video games in particular, and you know, I've mentioned my point where it's just, well, no, I'm not going to buy that game because I don't like what that company's done with it recently. I don't like what direction the company's heading. And they go, do you really think that's going to help? Do you really think you not buying it is going to change anything? Well, obviously not me as one individual, but at least I can move forward with a clear conscience. And if more people did think like me, then yeah, it would make a difference in the long run. Just a little something I just felt like commenting on because it's surprising that more people don't think similarly. And when I talk to smart people, like competent people who don't need help having their shoes tied when they go out, right? They can tie their shoes on their own. Like legitimately smart people, good jobs, good academics, whatever. And they don't see the point in what I do. They don't see the point in me not supporting things with my wallet. Oh, if you want to play the game, why not just play it? No, I don't want to. If it's really good, if I really want to play it, I'll pirate it. Shh. Anyways, blind consumerism is a slightly different thing. You all know what blind consumerism is. It was just something that, am I going to do a video on that kind of stuff? Nah, probably not. We'll see. This is the kind of thing that I would like to talk about in a podcast or in an interview or a conversation. But I don't know if I need to put that kind of negativity on my channel. Also, there's a lot of other people doing this kind of thing, and they're making the same points that I would make. So that's that. I just felt like bringing it up, and also bringing it up to see if anyone would comment on it. So Teddy, I'd rather play same game on Xbox. Okay, when you choose like which console to buy for. Terry, I don't want companies to succeed because it's gone nuts. The issue with that, you can't just be, I mean, hey, if you want to be a complete cynic, then sure, you can be a cynic, but I find the extremes of cynicism are, if not dangerous, then just at least not suited to me. So yeah, we don't need more games. That's my stance. Yeah, fair enough, man. Fair enough. You know that saying that isn't going to change anything. Obviously, we're still going to get more games. But yeah, you don't need to be buying new games if you don't like them. And if you don't like any of the current companies, for sure. Okay, the last topic I'll bring up, music and structural breakdowns. This is, again, something that I will... Music and structural breakdowns. Teddy, I'm getting more into the idea of indie games and what devs can... Oh, the emojis covering it. And what devs can do with retro-style games. Oh, yeah, you know what? God, let me just throw this on there, guys. I have wanted to play Shovel Knight for so long. And people were just recently talking about Shovel Knight and how the music especially, this relates to the next point that I'm going into, the music of Shovel Knight has a lot of the structure and the formatting of a lot of the older music. Back when there were like less channels on the sound chips to play around with, and so you couldn't have as many instruments, as many synths or MIDIs or whatever. And the composers had to be more deliberate with how they did the music. Apparently Shovel Knight has its music written like that. So I don't like the look of the character. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I haven't just booted it up. And kind of that like old school platforming, Metroidvania light. It's not really my favorite, but I'll get to it. So Teddy, there are too many games out there as it is, and you've proven with this video. Yeah, there's a lot of games to play. It's not necessarily a bad thing though, you know? Some of the fun of gaming is window shopping. Some of the fun with gaming is the eye candy. Like, ooh, that game looks good. I know I probably won't get around to playing it, you know, but oh, it looks cool. I'm going to learn a little bit about it. But yeah, I hear you, man. There's only so much time for everything, and that's why my hobbies have been more streamlined down to mostly gaming. Right? Gaming is my primary hobby now, whether it's in the channel or playing with other people or playing games on my own. Yeah, I've cut out a lot of TV and movies. Buddy, I've even cut out listening to music for the most part, because I feel like if I have the time to just be listening to something, if I'm working and I want to play something, it's really difficult for me to justify music that is purely for my enjoyment. I feel like I have to be learning, I have to be doing something, I have to be gaining, I have to be advancing. And so I'm listening to podcasts and long videos. Okay, music and structural breakdowns. Something I've mentioned before, and I'll just kind of rehash what I just mentioned with Shovel Knight, is I feel like the composers of old, because their hardware limitations, in order to successfully make a catchy song, a memorable song, it was all about the melody. And so I really like a lot of the old gaming music. And of the modern music that I like, and the contemporary stuff, which contemporary in gaming, honestly, is orchestrated. If I'm gonna like something like that, it's got to stand out. It's got to separate itself from the pack, and usually it does that with a really robust and lively melody, something whimsical or something really epic, like Elden Ring's title screen. Right? A lot of the modern gaming music too, it's just simple percussion, simple rhythm, synth. And you know what? No offense to anybody who likes the Ys music, but I had a song from Ys 8 pop up, and I forget what it was. It was just one of those generic anime, JRPG, metal meets rock meets synths music. I don't know how to describe it. Some track from Ys 8. I think it was one of the field themes, and it was really upbeat, and it didn't do anything for me. Because most of the focus was on the percussion. Most of the focus was on... No, this is what it was. Like I said, I'm going to talk about this stuff probably on another podcast at some point in the future. The percussion, let's just say, no, how dare you? Sorry. The percussion, let's just say it was like eighth notes, like and then the synths felt like they were whole notes, like boom, 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 boom. And it didn't go together. It was boring. You're listening to that for 2 minutes and it's just not lively enough with the melody. Anyways, that's a personal preference thing, something that I look at when I break down the structure of music. And to have the percussion outpacing the melody by so much, it was just a weird fit. I haven't actually played the Ys games yet. That's just one little example of one song from Ys 8 that I heard. I'm sure it has really good music throughout the series, but that was just one that I didn't like, and that's the example for why Ys 8 is mostly synth. Yeah, and I don't think I like that. So we'll see. We shall see. I think that is pretty much wrapping it up, guys. We are at 1 hour now that I've been live. And so anybody who's going to watch the condensed version, well, they're still going to watch like 45-minute video here for behind the scenes. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So this is a little bit of what's to come on the channel this year. I can kind of be accountable. You can all have things to look forward to. We've got some new series that I can dive into. I'm continuing a lot of old series with a lot of games to play, which is always exciting when you can put a game up on your plate and look forward to it. And a lot of standalone videos. I'm going to try to work on... Which video am I working on this weekend? The WarioWare review? Nope. Oh, this one. Do modern save systems ruin games? That's going to be a little bit of my story about using emulators and save states and all that kind of stuff. A lot of games to play and some other things to talk about in conversations later this year. Thank you, everybody who's been chatting. I also want to say, since you're basically all regulars on my channel, I've also enjoyed checking out all of your videos over the last year, chiming in when we can. When we've collaborated more, that's been fun. Bio, we did the Leo talk. Teddy, you guys have had me on, and you had me on individually. Terry, we're always talking extensively, wherever it may be. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for participating. Mochino, Miss Mandy, Angry Canadian, you're going to watch later. See you in the next video. See you in the next comment section. See you on Discord. See you wherever. Oh my God, Discord. I should launch a Discord channel, a Discord server. I want to run a lot of community stuff. I want to run a lot of collaborative stuff. So I should probably do that. Anyways, everybody, you will hear more from me and more about stuff like that. Just keep your eye on the channel. I'll be making community posts and things of that nature. Everybody, have a good night. Time to figure out how to end the stream. There it is. Stop recording. All right. Good night.